Okay, Rabotai. Sometimes a person, you have to understand, Yesh mevayesh et havero. He says sometimes a person, he might embarrass people and say, Rabbi, it's a joke, don't worry about it. I was with, you ever see a new snuckle? What is it called? Those, no, the company, there's a company with the, what is it called? With the jacket? Moose knuckle. So someone was telling me about this moose knuckle. Rabbi, you see a guy with this, means it's expensive jacket. So $1,200. So it's expensive, no, Jack? Maybe not for you. Until you wear 5,000 up. He was. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, what Jack is saying, go feed the poor. Yeah. So anyway. Anyway, so I was saying, I was like, so now all of a sudden, they always tell me something like that. Oh, and some of them, they go for 2,000-3,000. I was like, oh. Anyway, I was giving a class the next day to young teens. And I see 4 guys with the same logo, moose knuckle. So I was like, oh, I just heard about these jackets. I was telling him. Say, yeah, Rabbi, you know, like, what's he, like, yeah, Rabbi, sharp, they're looking like, So then I tell him, okay, very nice. And they take one shorty, like a young kid, young teenager kid, like they're picking on him. He says, Rabbi, see this one? You see this movie? It's fake. So I was like, oh, it's like, no, the guy's screaming, no, it's real, it's real. And they were messing around with him. No, it's fake, it's fake. All of a sudden, Rabbi, I'll prove to you it's fake. He opens up the jacket. There's like a serial number inside where you can tell if it's fake or real. They're like, look, Rabbi, it doesn't even have it. And the whole boy's like, sketch, you're wearing it fake. And I was like, you guys are embarrassing him. They tell me, Rabbi, don't worry, we do it all the time. We mess around, he knows we're joking. Is that allowed or not? No, they're teenagers, Mike. They're 13, 14, what do you want? You know, the answer is no. And he's telling you, even though you're doing it as a joke, it's still Averah. You're doing it as a joke. Yeah, you're doing it as a joke. You're off for dinner with the boys. The waitress comes, this. Oh, you say, listen, give him, this guy, he's only ordering carrots. He cries, cheap guy. You know, and they're doing it on purpose, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They're as joking. And then the rabbis, we're just joking around. At the end of the day, you're still embarrassing in public. You're still embarrassing somebody. You're not allowed to do that. And guess what? He writes over here. Not only that, he says, "What did I do?" Everybody makes fun of him, Rabbi. It's all right. Everybody makes fun of him, and he doesn't say anything. He feels it. He does feel it. And it happens more commonly when a person's young in the teens. It happens a lot. You're in high school, the boys are going out, the guy's wearing a funky pair of jeans or something like that. What are you wearing, bro? What are you wearing, bro? You know, you're embarrassing in front of everybody. Listen, you want to come out with us tonight? Go inside your house and you better change your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he said it in front of the car, like, you're the guy picking him up, You want to go out with me tonight? You better go out. I'm not being seen with you with your little lousy outfit over there. Get in there. Yeah, I'm saying that already embarrassing him. And there's guys in the car and there's people in the thing. There's but he's telling you sometimes a person in his life says, what am I doing anyway? Everybody embarrasses the guy. The guy's used to it already. It's still a sud. It's still a very big averah. It's not a joke. You're dealing with halbanat panim. You're dealing with killing somebody in public, where we know there was the whole case of Tamar and Yehuda. Tamar didn't want to embarrass Yehuda. Jack, if you don't mind, it hits the mic, Jack. It hits the mic. I'm telling you, it'll hit the mic. So he says like this. He says Yehuda and Tamar. It was a famous thing with Yehuda and Tamar. Yehuda, what happened? It was Tamar didn't want to embarrass Yehuda. Tamar was supposed to be chayav death. She was chayav death, and guess what? She didn't go ahead and embarrass Yehuda. She just said, "Listen, Just give him this seat. And he admitted on his own that whatever happened. But I'm just bringing out a point where how important it is not to embarrass somebody. And it's so, and it can happen the most slightest thing. The guy's eating dinner, whatever it is, he's eating dinner by somebody. And he says something about the dish. Oh, the dish needs a little bit like this. Not my taste. And it could be embarrassing the lady that cooked everything. Could be embarrassing her. He says all these things, a person, he has to be motivated and he has to understand it in advance. You can't joke around like that. You can't joke around like that. יש מתבייש אם יימנע מן העבירות, כגון שנהגו אנשי עירו בעבירות ידועות, כגון להסתלקל בנשים וכיוצא בזה משאר עבירות, מביישים את המנהמה מזה, וסוסים על מי שאינו הולך בדרכיהם. וזה צריך לסבול בושת, צריך למנע מן העבירות, אף אם יבשו בעבור מניעתו, וכן יש מתבייש אם מקיים מצוות, שנוגע מקיימם. So sometimes a person embarrasses another person when he does the mitzvot. That already you have to be strong not to be embarrassed. That he's telling you have to be strong not to be embarrassed. Right? For example, one guy said, this is a crazy story. One guy was doing a surgery for his kid. I'm going to end up with this story. His name's Jimmy, his son's Eli. It happened this past Friday night. He came over to me Friday night. What he tells me. And he wasn't embarrassed. When it comes to Torah Mitzvot, you got to always be strong. And you're not being embarrassed. This is my Torah Mitzvot. You're not making fun. It's like a guy is making fun of you and you can lose money. Would you do it? Let's say a guy, you're making $1 million deal and he makes fun of you. You loser, you $1 million. Would you be embarrassed and not do the deal, or you would do the deal? You would still do the deal, of course. So there was a story Jimmy Harrow was telling me. He came for his son, and his son he was playing football or something like that, and he got tackled, and it hit his eye, like the football, and he knocked on the floor, and his retina got detached. The back of his eye got detached, and he had to do a surgery for his kid. So he wasn't embarrassed, and he says to the surgeon, because there was a lady and she felt like she was, macho that she's doing the surgery. Hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'll be doing the surgery today. You have nothing to worry about. I'll handle everything. And the father, not being embarrassed, said, thank you very much, doctor. You won't be doing the surgery. He says, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm doing the surgery. It says over here that I'm doing that, doctor. He says, you're not doing no surgery on my son. He's doing the surgery. You'll be his messenger. And he said it with such confidence. He says, Rabbi, I was not embarrassed. I was not embarrassed because that's the honest truth. The honest truth, that's the honest truth. No doctor has the power to heal. It's Hashem that heals. Of course, go to the doctor, but just have in mind that the doctor has no power to heal. It's Hashem that's giving him the will and the koach to actually do it. So he wasn't embarrassed, and he said it in front of imagine, you have guts to say that, you won't be embarrassed. Imagine a guy's going about to do a surgery, who knows? Oh yeah, I'm about to boom, 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 I'm dying. You get scared. He wasn't scared. Hashem that's doing the surgery. He's doing the surgery, you'll be his messenger. Of course, he did it in a respectful way, but he wasn't embarrassed to say what it is. And this is really in life, when it comes to Torah mitzvot, when it comes to this, there's no embarrassments.